Tower of Dreams! Welcome back to Tower of Dreams. Last week on Tower of Dreams. Upon arriving near their destination, the party ventures into the nearby town of Meadston, the apparent home base of the Valkyrie. There, they encounter much strangeness, free brothels, and the seeming larger-than-life legend surrounding the Valkyrie. Eventually, the party forces a meeting, and they were not prepared for what they found, namely, the Valkyrie killing Reardon. And we ended last episode with all of you being offered seats, the Valkyrie sitting across from you and saying, let's start over. I am the Valkyrie. Everyone make perception checks.
Great.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
Well, we're all dead.
I'm gonna use this one. Oof.
Disgusting.
Yes.
Vaughan
I-
rolled a 30.
What the hell?
Only a 16 for Valkyrie.
Okay.
A 19 for Nathaniel.
Yeah, all of you behold a seeming Kalashtar woman sitting in front of you. Probably, if you had to guess, about 38 or 40 years old. And yeah. Very kind of has a kind of a regal air. The person you met that identified themselves as the Valkyrie's Wrath is behind, standing to her right, a step back from her, and scrutinizing all of you.
Have a clue why
Valkyrie, not the Valkyrie. Valkyrie. We'll call you Val.
Okay.
We'll call you Val.
Val, you notice a couple extra things. This is definitely Volitesh, but she should not be this old.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Well, as you know, I'm Xavier. These are my traveling companions. And s-
Oh,
And what?
Do you want us?
oh, I mean, I didn't know if anyone was gonna say anything. Okay. Richard's mind's not here. And
Oh yeah,
we were
immediately Ritz just passes out.
Poor
Oh,
Ritz.
uh,
He does that.
he does that. It's fine. He
Okay.
does that.
It happens more often than you might think.
I see.
From just meeting her, is that what she means? Okay.
Quite
Happens all the
possible.
time.
Just that good.
Well, I thank you for meeting with us.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm glad that you weren't injured. I hope you weren't injured by looking back toward Reardon's body.
Oh, please. Amateur.
Do you mind if I ask what he came to inquire?
Oh, he came in, was seeking an alliance. When I refused him, he attacked me.
He was seeking an alliance. That's odd. Okay. It's good information to go on for us at that point.
Never had much patience for diplomatic games.
More of a straightforward person.
Yes. Precisely.
That's respectable. Well, as my letter had stated to you previously, it was to make an alliance, looking for help, and also giving help.
Say more about this help you would offer.
The original consensus of the help was to give you better equipment, to supply you with better armor, better weapons.
We are in need of a high quality resident blacksmith.
But also to help for protection from our enemies, which in turn are your enemies.
Who protects who? You're asking me to protect you from your enemies?
A joint effort of an alliance to help each other battle said enemies.
How would I provide you aid?
It's a good question. Nathaniel didn't think that far ahead. Way to be able to contact you if we were in need. We could be able to summon help from you. We're able to do that, just if we need help, we would greatly wish and ask for it if the time arose for that.
And how would you summon my help?
Well, I mean, we would show up through magical means and teleport how many people that we need in case we were in trouble, if our home was in danger.
Hmm. Interesting. And this tower on the horizon is yours?
That is correct.
What is it? It's not just a tower, obviously. It moves.
It does move.
I'm assuming it is the tower that is able to generate such magical means where you can whisk people away for help.
Yes.
And who are you? And why would I want to be in an alliance with you?
Well, as I've stated before, Nathan, is Xavier Algren. My fam. I almost. He didn't do that.
No, I
Don't
know.
judge him. Don't judge me. I'm nervous.
It happens all the time.
I get confused with all the names. I've got 50 of them now.
It's true.
Xavier Algren. My family was of Icaron.
Her face darkens a little bit.
I was a regular. I had helped overthrow the madness of Frederick in protection of the people. As time went on, after Allard had become Lord Protector, there were disappearances. People disappearing, people being murdered, higher political people, and people that shouldn't have even been considered to be looked at of anything, just vanishing. So I led an investigation to find out why. I don't know the full answer, but I was framed during my investigation for killing someone dear to me. And then I was thrown in prison.
The camps, I'm assuming.
Correct. Which in turn were where some of the people that had disappeared were at. Couldn't find everybody that was in my investigation, but there were a few.
This is a very touching story, but why would I desire an alliance with you?
I would imagine desiring an alliance, being able to, one, get better equipment for your troops. That would be one plus. Another, possibly being able to move your troops beyond the wall if you needed.
Through your magical means.
Yes.
Your compatriots look uncertain to your promises.
I'm not uncertain. I think you should believe him. Valkyrie looks over to Vaughan
Want to like
and will
straighten out.
mentally say something like, and will mentally link say something.
I am Vaughan Lavinar, cleric of the unknown god. Every time.
That's literally what Valkyrie's doing.
Mentally,
Just
mentally, Valkyrie.
my- just
no, that's
migraine.
literally what Valkyrie is like.
Just
She
getting
kind of
this
sinks
big
down a
sigh
bit,
coming in.
and
Yeah.
she'll mentally, like as you're talking, Vaughn, just be like, "I meant about backing him up, but she, you know." Go ahead.
Flames on
Mentally.
the side of my face.
We serve perhaps a common purpose. Reardon was an enemy of ours who sought to eliminate us and perhaps take the tower over. He is in league with several. We're not sure how many he is in league with, or was in league with. Thank you. We have reason to believe some of them may be the same that you seek to eliminate, namely Balram.
He's killed and tried to kill people close to us. I guess since they've introduced themselves, my name is Navalitesh Hatara.
Insight check. Any reaction out of her?
Sure. Make that insight check.
I'll go and make it too, I guess.
Ooh,
Daniel's just gonna sit back and let them do it.
26.
That's only a 14 for Valkyrie.
There's like 0 reaction.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
Pleasure to meet you both. So, let me make sure I understand. You were enemies with this drow who is enemies or who is part of a larger group that are your enemies. And these align with General Belram of Ikaron.
Pardon me. General Belram?
Yes.
So not a general when you knew him?
No, he was just a captain just like me. He moved up fairly fast. Belram is the one who betrayed me.
Ah.
Belram is the one who murdered my soon-to-be wife. And then I was thrown into prison.
I see.
And I think it was under the orders of Allard. Overall, my main enemy is Allard and Belram, followed by the others who are after us, which I think they have an alliance with each other.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So, why should we align ourselves? We seem to be doing fine here, aside from needing better equipment, as you have pointed out. We have recruits out to major towns and settlements seeking to find a blacksmith as we speak. I admit the magical means of getting behind the wall is attractive, but what are the details of this mode of travel? Can we just teleport one battalion after another and be done in the span of an afternoon?
Mental link to Nathaniel. Should we not offer to provide weapons? We have Erkiad now.
Mental like back, weapons and armor package deal for them. That's what both of those are. They need both weapons and armor.
Can Erkiad not make armor?
He can make both.
Okay.
That was what I was hoping to discuss with him after we had this meeting.
Might be too late after the meeting, but okay.
At first, it was just to see if we could make a deal to begin with before making equipment for no reason. The details of the portal would be...
Is this out
it's
loud,
open for...
Nathaniel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is out loud. Is that it's opened only for 10 minutes. And it doesn't... we cannot teleport again until 24 hours. But within that 10 minutes, you're able to have a force across the wall as a surprise. Possibly, I don't know the details of this wall, are their gates and everything, but a surprise attack against your enemy to have the gate for yourselves, I would say that is a boon within itself.
Yes.
I dare even say, I have been in the palace before. I do have memory of it. I don't know how much of it has changed. Could even send a force into. Though I've not tried or haven't wished to try to be more secretive about it. To not have them looking all over the place for us, if that was the case. But they're already looking for us as is.
You're not too hard to find in your big tower.
True. It's nice, though, that it can move around.
And we can lock people out.
That too. And we have our own sizable force. And gaining more.
How many do you represent?
500.
It's better than nothing.
And we're in production of other things as well.
And such as
Golems.
interesting.
That'll get you a side glance from Vaughan.
Just gonna be honest and straightforward about this.
I have the golems anymore, buddy.
You don't know that. We're making golems as we speak.
But anyway,
So that's what we get. What do you get from this alliance?
One, a bit more safety for my compatriots. and
How?
I.
We're not pledging guards for your tower.
No. But if we were to need people, we would communicate with you and transport some of your men, if you allow it, to our tower in time of need. But one of the major other things for me is that I want freedom for my for my home.
Ikaron.
Yes.
Ultimately, that is what I wish as well. If only we could reform all of Ikaron, like we've done here in Meadston.
May I ask, what do you mean by reform? like here in Leedston. I'm not quite familiar with the all of going ons of Meadston. It's different, to say the least.
Well, we've removed the key source of much immorality, money, from the system entirely. Have instituted penalties against its reintroduction. Freed people from under its burden. There wouldn't need to be inner and outer circles in Ikran anymore. No aristocrats and proletariat. Just equals.
Why do you think that money is the cause for that? Can't people still kill even if money isn't involved, or?
Sure. But a lot of the time, for most of your day-to-day criminality, money is the main driver. And then think of the desperation most people have to acquire more of it, as if somehow an inanimate object is going to bring them all they desire. Freedom from such a thing would be beneficial, wouldn't you agree?
I don't know. The absence of money doesn't take away emotions or anger
No.
or...
This is true. But it relieves pressure that comes out in other situations and amplifies anger and such negative emotions.
We ran into someone at the tavern that said that a guard gave him money and then he was hung for it just before we came in here. Does that happen often?
Her eyes will narrow. That is quite an accusation.
I'm just repeating what he said. I don't have any proof. He just was talking to us and said that he was given money by a guard and that, he was being held in the city for it. And then when we came over here, we saw that he
Was being hung.
was being hung. I mean, I didn't really say that Valkyrie saw it, but I guess, whatever.
The Valkyrie will turn to her wrath and say, "Fetch my law." And the wrath will bow and leave the room. I do not carry out or involve myself in such small things.
Sure.
But if what you say is true, it is my responsibility to rectify crack in the system.
Yeah.
So that such things do not happen. Um,
Insight check, by the way.
go for it.
Just- Natural 20.
Ooh.
That's
Nice.
what, natural 20 plus 3.
You kind of, I'll give you back even over kind of like this whole conversation. Um, she seems to generally want what's good for people in general. Um,
So she has a
and
sense of honor for people and whatnot.
mhm.
Okay.
And what she said about not being involved in kind of the day-to-day deliberations or adjudicating over petty crimes or stuff like that seems to be true. Um, a the Wrath returns with another woman in armor, and who goes to move. The Wrath takes up her position at the right, and this other woman goes to take a position on the left, but the Valkyrie holds up her hand and stops her. These visitors claim that there has been an unjust hanging, that there's been abuse of the system. I have no reason to doubt them. Is this true? Everyone make a perception check.
21.
17 for Valkyrie.
16.
Okay. If you got over a 15, you would see this. That the woman who's being called the law takes a step backwards away from the table and seems to look a little uncomfortable. And the Valkyrie just Mikkel, why? And the woman called the law turns to flee.
Oh, dear. Well,
Which one of us is closer?
Technically, Vaughan and Valkyrie.
Okay.
Valkyrie would get up and start running after them.
Okay.
seeing Valkyrie
Make
do that.
a athletics check.
Okay.
What are you doing, Vaughn?
Seeing as Valkyrie getting up, I will follow her lead and get up and follow.
Okay.
And my
18.
ass. Let's see.
Nice.
Let's see if I trip over my armor. Yes, I do. I rolled a 6. 4 plus 2.
No, you just have trouble getting up from the chair
Mm-hmm.
with all
Yeah,
the
like-
armor. Like
Yeah.
quickly, getting up quickly. Valkyrie kind of gets up and springs over the chair. And you find yourself shoulder to shoulder with the Valkyrie's Wrath. And she just kind of gives you like a very quick look, and then goes, "You want over or under?"
Over.
Got it. And she goes for Mikkel's legs
Okay.
with her broadsword.
Okay. Yeah. Valkyrie will draw her rapier. Or it'll go to probably her dagger and try to
Yeah,
kind
you
of
don't
like.
have your rapier.
Oh, that's right. But I do
You
have.
don't technically have weapons, so you'd have to reveal that you still had a
I
weapon.
wouldn't I? I've completely forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so since she's not supposed to have weapons, she'll probably start to go for a dagger and then remember and then like try to like, to kind of like take her arms around the law's neck to kind of like hold her back and
Okay,
grapple her.
great. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh.
Would she have advantage since she's helping
Yes.
Wrath?
Oh. Come on. Oh. That's an 8.
Okay.
Um,
Oh man. Yeah, so Mikkel, the Valkyrie's law, is just unbalanced enough because the Wrath's sword hits her legs at like just the time that you go to grab and pull her back.
Okay.
And so that combined effect just lays her on her back.
Okay.
Like really roughly, and she lets out kind of a cry.
Okay. Valkyrie will,
Of
if she can
alarm and
recover and
fear.
try to help restrain her, she will.
How are you trying to restrain her?
She said you said that she's on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
On front or back? On her back.
On her back.
Okay. Maybe just try to like grab her hands, her arms. Try to restrain them.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, 18.
Nice. Yeah. So she kind of like starts to get up, and you just push her back down. We'll say you're at her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And before she can recover, that broadsword just comes around, and cleaves into her midsection.
Oh. Doctor just kind of stare in a little bit in disbelief of like. Does she?
The Wrath will take a big breath and then turn towards you and offer a hand to help you up. Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah. She'll accept the hand. Glad we got her.
She'll start walking back towards the office.
She'll walk back with her, slow, kind of like right behind her.
so I take it the law is no more.
Yeah.
Yes. Valkyrie's law is no more.
I could just
Unfortunate.
kind of go back in and sit down,
Yep.
a little bit shocked.
And the Valkyrie will go, thank you for bringing this to my attention. And she'll turn to you, Valkyrie, and say, and thank you for your help.
Of course.
Could always use strong women like you around here.
You have quite the team, well, other than the law. But
She'll be replaced eventually.
so no trial or just kind of if someone does something, it's just if it can be proven, you just I'm just the law. I think that they're dead.
She betrayed the most essential part of her function.
Interesting.
and is immediately below me in rank.
Yeah. Guess that's could be a
Cannot be
problem.
tolerated.
Sure. Yeah.
But no investigation as to why.
Oh, there will be an investigation.
Valkyrie is going to take out the tin out of her bag and open it up. Just, yeah, a little nervous. Makes me want some sweets. She'll kind of offer some to Vaughan and Nathaniel.
Oh,
Do you like one? It's just like candied sugar. Yeah, like sugar candy.
Oh,
Then
may
you
I
would
have
take one.
one? I've always had a bit of a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Valkyrie will just give a very pleasant smile.
And she'll offer the tin, which again are like little like for those remind even like the people watching. It's look like it's just hard sugar candy, and it's this hard candy flavored, and they look like agate slices. There you go.
These are quite beautiful sweets.
It's a family recipe.
And she'll go ahead and take a bite. And there is kind of a flicker of something, like uncertainty, that flashes across their face, and kind of dismiss it. And
Comes from my
thank you.
family are jewelers in Silverstruck. I learned to make this candy from my grandmother.
Well, it's an excellent confectioner.
Thanks. She'll put back the tin in her bag.
How long do you plan to stay in Meadston?
I don't know. How long do we plan to stay? I look at the others.
well, depending on our discussions here, I assumed we would probably maybe go further north and try to investigate Belram's activities. I thought maybe.
Allow me to think about it, if you will.
Okay.
How much time do you want?
This
Mm.
time tomorrow, I'll have an answer for you. You're free to come and go from the city as you please.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Sorry. I'm conducting my investigation. Excuse me. And she'll just kind of turn her chair around. And the Wrath will go, I can show you out.
Oh,
Certainly.
Thank you.
Would there be a problem? I'm talking to the Wrath. I have some. We have some unfinished business with the body of Reardon.
It's all yours.
Thank you.
Valkyrie will be very hesitant to leave the room, but will eventually follow everyone out.
The Wrath will kind of sidle up next to you. Navalitesh. I'm Franzine.
At first, like, she won't even, like, it'll just kind of like the
Okay.
name will kind of like go over her head for a second, and then like, oh, Francine, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. I'm just curious.
Yes.
If you had any inclinations of staying here in Meadston. You seem
I-
quite taken with the Valkyrie.
Yeah, she's impressive, for sure. It's a very interesting society that you have here. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Is there a reason I should stay?
As the Valkyrie said, we're always looking for strong women as yourself.
It's promising. Thank you, Francine.
Let's
She
ask one.
hands each of you what looks to be like a badge kind of thing. This will allow you to carry your weapons if you want to go back to the gate and retrieve them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And she'll turn into that first office.
Before she heads through the door, Francine, how long have you been here in the town?
I grew up here.
So, was the Valkyrie always here, or did she come in while you were here?
She arrived about 7 years ago.
Right. She's Kalashtar, right?
I think so. Either that or a very strange looking human.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She'll leave.
As we were on our way out, I would have stopped, turned back around, went into the Valkyrie's office, picked up Ritz, hobbled
Oh,
him
right.
out since he's passed out in the chair.
Poor Ritz.
Or, excuse me, pardon me. It's
What about Reardon's body?
Mm.
I would imagine Vaughn grabbing Reardon's body.
I roll. Valkyrie would have remembered. She would have started to get back for it.
Okay. If you
Maybe-
need assistance, I'll help
Maybe
you.
getting Vaughn's help.
Yeah.
Because she has a strength of +0. So
We can
Go
lay him
ahead and make
across.
that
Yeah.
strength check.
great. Mhm.
I'll assist.
15. Oh, well. Assisting 19.
Hey, yeah, you have no problem kind of hoisting him up and
Okay. Okay.
carrying him out. Where are you all headed?
We should
Well-
probably take this body somewhere.
Yeah. Don't want to be dragging. Don't want to be having weekend at Reardon's.
Right.
Taking Ritz to sit him down somewhere, anywhere.
We'll maybe take the short walk back to the tower and deposit Reardon in the dungeon.
Pick up our weapons on the way.
Yeah, pick up
He
the
was-
weapons at the bridge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eh.
do we need to put him in the dungeon? He's dead.
Yeah.
Fine.
We could do that. Or
We can do both. Let's just cut him in half and put him down in both. Ritz is really heavy.
Yes. Also much bigger than you.
Just baby
Okay.
steps.
So we're
Yeah.
taking them to the tower?
yes.
Okay. Vaughn, where do you... So are you wanting it... Are you wanting to
That's-
take it to the
I
dungeon?
was first thought that came to my head. We could take him to the either that or the crypt in the temple.
Wherever you want to take him. Are you wanting to do this now?
Yes. So let's not carry him around indefinitely.
Okay.
Where are we putting him down?
We'll put in the crypt.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. The altar moves back to reveal a staircase descending to a lower level.
Freaky stuff here, Vaughn.
Well, it's a crypt.
Do all churches have hidden staircases like this that just appear out of nowhere?
I think that's more of a function of the tower than it is.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, most
creepy.
normally constructed temples would have just a separate stairway that leads.
And what's down here?
Alley.
Oh. Okay.
Xavier would
Yeah,
have left.
so you
Ritz
see a
with his
bunch
family.
of just totally empty kind of sarcophagi. And except for one, which it just has a perfectly preserved alley laying in it.
Oh. It doesn't look any different. It's weird.
Everyone roll for feels.
Aw.
Here lies our former
Kidding.
boss.
2.
Valkyrie will
I
like
I rolled a 2.
pause for a moment to kind of take a look at Allie. Oh, 15 for feels. Valkyrie might even turn around with a tear kind of like it's been a weird day for her.
Yeah, I would say so. This is an accurate statement.
So she'll like, kind of like okay, help you lay him down here.
If you want to, tomorrow I'll have
Oh, we're waiting until tomorrow, right? Okay.
speak with the dead prepared for you.
Can I ask him one question?
Yes, once I have speak with the dead prepared, you can.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Duration 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Five questions, 10 minutes.
Sounds
Yeah,
reasonable.
so a lot of dead bodies we gotta talk to. Looks at Reardon. Xavier will go looking for the spy's body.
Oh, right.
If it should be down here.
Yeah. Yep. It is.
In the sky. So many
Mhm.
questions.
So many questions.
All right. Do we want to go back into town, or we just want to stay here and to more common, normal surroundings of the tower?
We grabbed our weapons as we headed out, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I.
at
That's what I
the
said.
bridge.
Okay, just making sure. Didn't want to leave my stuff there. They could be given away for all I know.
So, if she
You
says,
find Leverett and literally drag him over, like his body over.
I would have put his body over next to Reardon.
Okay.
Body 1 to talk to, body 2 to talk to.
yeah. So, if she says yes and that she'll help us tomorrow, are we leaving? What's our step after? I mean, I know she says no, then whatever, Tower will move on. What if she says that she'll help us?
Having the hope would be, again, helpful, but I was more concerned about just having more protection as we could for ourselves and helping as much as we can when it came to gifting weapons and armor. to them. I didn't plan on the portal. I'm sorry I revealed that if anyone was uncomfortable with it.
I wasn't. It's fine.
My thought was we just need more allies against an ever-growing enemy.
That's one less now.
That is one less.
I just wanted to mention one thing I just thought of. If we do start constructing weapons and armor for her, I'm sure Ergiad is going to want to be paid.
I was planning to pay whatever my portion was. I would pay for anything that comes out of my cost for it.
Okay, I just wanted to know what the
Oh.
plans were with that.
There's no sense in you taking all of your money, Nathaniel. I mean, why can't it come out of the tower stuff?
I mean, I'm
Well,
okay
it comes
with that
out
as well.
it comes out of the tower stuff, but I'm only taking my portion of it. I'm not taking any of yours to pay for it. That way all of y'all's still y'all's. I don't.
No, if it's going to benefit us all, I mean the
Yeah,
arrangement,
that seems
then
kind
we
of...
should just take it out of the treasury and pay Ergiad directly out of the treasury.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't bankrupt us, but well, depending on how much she needs.
Well, while walking back and forth, could I discern by the camp size how many troops it would be, roughly? A rough estimate, Andrew?
Make an intelligence check.
Yay, my best one. 15. Yeah. Because I got 0 to my intelligence. So
Brains
15. Brains on the sky.
You would guess probably about somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000.
Okay.
Gold?
No, people.
People.
Oh, that's in her. Okay,
It's in her army.
gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is ancient.
So... What? How much does... How much gold arms a person? 100? This is Valkyrie's. Like, she doesn't know.
Right. Yeah, Vaughan needed,
Xavier's laughing at that. No.
200? 500?
Depends on the
person?
armor. Depends on the armor, depends on the weapons.
we may need to get more materials.
Yep.
Get more customers?
Which
Or
I
you
was
could go
also
into debt.
which I was
Take out a
also
loan.
hoping to make a trade for whatever material they had. We will use their material to make their stuff, cutting down the costs that way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna make every bit of armor out of. I tap on Vaughn's armor. I'm not gonna make everything out of that. That's too expensive.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you know,
That's
and
awesome.
maybe... Well, I guess they wouldn't pay us because they don't have any... They don't deal with money.
That's what the trade is for asking for their
Yeah.
protection whenever we need it. If we need it, we can possibly make an arrangement to send a message saying, we need your assistance. We are setting a portal up to have some of your troops come through. We need it at this time. And then whatever troops come through, we'll use whatever we can for that. And then send them back after whatever we need help with. But also the plan of sending them across the wall or into the palace. But I'm kind of iffy on the latter, just because I have no clue how that will work.
Yeah.
Valkyrie, if you could do me a small favor,
Yeah.
since we're here, could you check the Reardon check his body for, I don't know, maybe he has a pin or.
Did we not? I thought we did last week.
Xavier did not
Oh.
find a pin.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know. I didn't remember that. Okay.
Xavier went
Through his body.
through his body basically to find a pendant and amulet, anything that had our markings for communication to others.
Okay. All right. I apologize.
Seems weird that he's not, out there still. Right? I just happened so fast. I mean,
Yeah,
we got
certainly.
there and weren't expecting him, and then he was there, and then the next thing you know, he's dead. And
She dealt with him rather quickly, which is very intimidating.
I guess
Very.
also frustrating.
She had an interesting outlook when it came to reforming people.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like she's big on second chances.
Well, to be honest with you both, that's one of my main concerns. I'm looking to free Icaron from Allard and not bring another version of Allard to rule them.
He's not going to be a lord.
Reforming people says a lot about a person to me. Reforming a person by throwing them in jail. Reforming a person by holding an entire town under martial law for 3 entire years.
They seemed fine. I saw plenty of citizens that seemed happy.
Not everybody will change to that direction, though. Forcing people to change into a direction that no one wants to go in could lead to drastic causes for some people.
Did it look like that anyone was building up a rebellion in that town?
We didn't talk to everybody. I have no clue. I don't know everybody's reaction in that town. I don't know how many people are actually missing from that town. How long has the law been going on so far as just killing people for minor offenses?
That wasn't what she wanted, though.
I know. I'm saying there's always a better way, a different solution, a different avenue to look at. Just a straight up, this person did something wrong, okay, kill them, then we'll do an investigation. You keep the person alive, that way you can get the information, investigate people that they've talked to.
Doesn't that just give them a chance to escape, though, and to find a way out?
If you put a guard on them, they have a less chance to escape. But there's also a chance to rebuild yourself from that, from making those mistakes. Who knows? She was probably cornered in one way or another and forced to do it. I don't know.
She.
Talking about the law. People are forced to do many things. For gold. For family.
He shouldn't let himself be forced. Very hypocritical.
Yeah, but if someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, do this for me," you say no. They're not forcing you. Don't worry, we'll see your family later that night. What will you do?
Kill them.
Average persons can't kill somebody that's probably stronger than them, or more of them. What do they do?
Find a way to
Are
get
they
their family out of there.
And be watched by them, being worried about.
Until they get strong enough to kill them.
But not everybody can get strong enough to kill them. Some
Why
people
not?
are just. Because not everybody has that temperament. Not everybody does that. Some people are just cowards from beginning to end. Some people are always afraid. Some people are caught within debt, within debt, within debt, and the only way out is to do this for them, and then all of that goes away. They don't have to worry about any of that hardship anymore. There's many different ways that people can get blackmailed. They probably even had a family member. Will kill so-and-so if you don't do this.
God,
Again.
Nathaniel. Okay. All right. I get it.
Investigations go into a lot of different
I
directions.
get
Valkyrie.
that you disagree.
I do. But there's always a better way, is what I'm saying.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And forcing people to move into one direction, there's no freedom in that.
So what is this entire what are you arguing for again? I lost it. I'm lost as to what even the conversation was a few minutes ago.
Vaughn is like, can we
Yeah.
can we just take this
We're
upstairs?
just gonna go upstairs.
You're not
Tired
going to
talking.
question the bodies now?
He can't.
You can't prep it.
Oh, right. You
He's
have to
gotta
prep
prep-
it.
Yeah, he's gotta prep it. We've been talking next to the dead bodies. Yeah.
All right, you're taking it upstairs. Where upstairs are you going?
I don't know, where upstairs are we going? Xavier will go anywhere.
Tavern,
Probably to get a
control
drink.
room.
Well, where you? Vaughn will ask, where are you eventually going? I'm going to be a minute here in the temple.
What are you doing?
I'm going to say a prayer for Jasper.
Tavern?
Okay.
Tavern.
Oh,
VIP, tavern, whichever.
Oh, do you want to meet in a VIP room?
We can. It's quiet.
We can meet in a VIP room.
okay.
There you go.
VIP room it is.
Okay.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
You
No.
splitting up first?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in the temple, like I said, for a couple minutes, and
Okay.
then go to the VIP room.
So, Valkyrie and Nathaniel, are you heading straight to the conference room?
Valkyrie will, saying hi to Janie on the way through. Hey, Janie.
Hey, looking a little down. What's up?
It's been a day. It's been a day.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Annie, could I get a drink? I really need a drink right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take one too.
Cheers. Anything, any preference?
Strong.
Same.
All right, 2 dragon's blood coming right up.
Sounds good.
Here you go.
Thank you, Janie.
Thanks, Janie.
It's really, really strong.
Okay. I'll thank you for the warning. I'll sip it.
It's definitely a sipper.
Good. Sounds great.
My own recipe.
Uh, Valkyrie will take a sip.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Great. That is a 14.
Okay. You are immediately just a little tipsy.
Valkyrie's gonna turn around and head and go back to Janie and be like, Janie, can I go ahead and get one of those drinks that kind of help you get hungover or
Oh, yeah, sure.
yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you. And then she'll kind of like just double fist it back to the conference room. Sit both
Nice.
drinks down. Just in case.
Xavier
Mhm.
will set his one drink down. Not just in case
It's
I'm
pretty
going
strong.
on. I was hoping it would be. Xavier will take a drink now. Constitution saving throw.
Do it.
Do it. Do it, you won't. Con save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I didn't realize my 18.
You a fighter, man. That's
I
Yeah.
that's
I'm not
easy
used
for
I'm not
you.
I'm not I'm not
It's-
seeing that con. Like my con is up to 7. I'm
Really?
like,
Really strong. And you get the feeling that more sips of this drink would quickly land you into an intoxicated state.
good thing I'll only take a sip here and there.
There you go. Okay. You guys
Why-
head into VIP conference room.
Yeah, once we get there, Valkyrie's be like, why are you so upset? Like, why are you... You seem like you're having a hard time. What's going on there?
It's not much of a hard time. It's how do I explain it? Telling a story about yourself and then remembering every little detail after you've told it tends to make me want to get something to drink.
I'm sorry, what?
Me describing to the Valkyrie of my life and what happened,
Oh, right.
I start to remember things I didn't think I would want to remember. So having a drink is nice to have.
In certain cities there are people you can talk to about your past and stuff you're going through, and sometimes it helps kind of, to where you don't have to put all that stuff back inside. You can kind of keep it out,
Yeah, but this tastes better.
Fair enough.
All right, Vaughn will walk into the VIP room. Do the
You don't want to do anything in the temple?
well. I figured while they were doing that, that was when I was praying. I was just going to light a candle and
Oh, okay.
say a
Okay.
prayer for Jasper and just move on.
Fair enough.
So I'll walk into the VIP room, give it the look left and right, then look at Janie like, where'd they go?
Should just point down the hall.
I'll
To
give him
the-
the thumb, and can I get a whiskey? Just a whiskey.
Yep. Yep. She pours you one and hands it across.
All right. Thank you. Put it on my tab and
She just laughs.
I'll walk down to the conference room.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a hard time leaving, I think.
Leaving what? As I walk into the room.
Here. I mean, no matter even what, I mean, whatever she says is tomorrow, they say, we'll be on our way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I can understand you wanting to resolve what's going on with that. I mean, I'm sure you want to get closure and find out where your sibling really is, if you know what I'm saying. The person you left back in Silverstruck, where that person went.
She is older than she should be. She was younger than me. Well, I mean, only by a couple years, a year or something, but...
Yeah, she certainly looked much older now, yeah.
She
I don't
looked
know.
closer to my age is what she looked.
How can that happen? I don't get it. Is there any way that you can make yourself older than what you actually are? Or what you should be?
The only way to age oneself is time, and I don't think there's been enough time for her to age that much without all of us aging that much.
You think it's whatever happened to them? Like...
Could be. I mean, you always hear stories of people's experiencing the, aging people, trauma and stress, but nothing that would advance that much.
She didn't...
I mean,
Go ahead, Vaughn.
we're not going to be making weapons and armors for her overnight.
No, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's deliverable.
Maybe we can find a solution to, or the answer to, what is going on with her, the Volatage.
Sorry, I thought the name would spark something.
No, it was a good idea. It's probably going to be, a gradual and piece by piece, maybe to bring her memories back. I don't know, or if there are memories to bring back.
I'm so good at being patient.
Vaughn will, sort of chuckle at that. But
I don't know what kind of, Reardon, and, after my father died, killing Reardon was honestly my kind of one goal. Like,
Your focus, your aim.
yes, Aquatang and them are bad, and I get it. They need to be taken care of, but my focus was Reardon, and then that's just gone. My family is with my brother, and who knows? I don't know. And I just, and now there's Neva, and, we're the Valkyrie, and I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing. Like, sure, helping her, but I don't know how to help her. I don't know what to do. I don't, I mean, I saw something when I offered the candy and when she ate it, but I don't know.
There's something I really don't understand. She's aged, like you said. She participated in the revolution of Icaron. That happened quite a bit back. So, if she died, how did one, how did she age? But two, how did she end up all the way in Icaron? It doesn't. None of that makes sense to me.
How long ago did the thing happen in Icaron?
Well, let's see. How many years were we in college?
4?
4 years. I was in prison for 3 years before that.
7.
And Icaron, the revolution, the rebellion happened a year before I was thrown into prison. So, 8 years.
Well, that would make up for the almost the difference, a little bit short of how old that she should be and how old she is. Maybe maybe it could have sent her back in time?
We've seen a lot of strange and magical things going on. I don't know. We'd have to. I didn't dare do it in that situation, but perhaps when we go back tomorrow, we can make up an excuse and I can get a good look at her, if you know what I mean.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know
He
what you
points
mean,
to his
Fawn.
points to where his third eye is.
Oh, okay, got you. I
that
didn't
makes more sense.
know if you meant I didn't know.
It's all
Could
right.
have went
I was being
anyway.
unnecessarily.
I was getting a little unprotective there
coy.
for a second when I really don't have a reason to be because they can protect themselves. But
Valkyrie, forgive me for asking, but you came back because of Vash, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Did Vash have anything to do with your sister?
I believe I asked Vash about it, and I think that they denied it. They never. Of course, they denied a lot of things. And I'm not really sure that I could really believe anything that they said.
Is there a way to still talk to Vash?
Haven't tried. I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess it's in the dagger. I mean, I could try. Maybe later. I don't think that if it can sense other people around, I don't think they'd want to. I don't know. Vash was weird and dangerous.
Yeah,
I don't know
agree.
either. That's why. I mean, he raised you. Did he do something to your family member?
Yeah,
It's just,
I can try to ask. Yeah. That's a good point. Well, what should we do to pass the time until tomorrow? What time of the day do you think it is, Andrew? About, like,
A little after midday.
so a lot of the day left.
Excuse me.
Todd, hey, I
Hey.
almost forgot about you.
Ha ha ha. That's funny.
I really did.
There's a interesting visitor who's just entered the foyer.
Interesting how. You've seen a
I
lot of
believe
people,
it
Todd.
is the one that you call the Valkyrie.
Oh boy.
And we'll go ahead and take our bio break right there.
Oh,
8 to
boy.
10 minute bio break right in the middle of our sessions as usual. So we'll see you all on the other side.
Be right back one.
Have we been
Oh,
drinking?
man.
Have we been drinking that long? Like, did we get like?
It's
hammered
actually
and
been
just we
2
don't-
days.
Oh shit!
This is exactly like you move out into your own apartment and your parents show up
Yeah.
unannounced.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
Yep.
Shit, shit. Red
Clean
alert,
everything
red alert.
up. Mom's home.
Mom's home. Run,
Mom's here to
everybody.
visit. We have to go. Move.
The immortal words of Seinfeld. You don't do the poppin'.
Get the pump in.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
man. Alright.
I'm fine. I don't need anything. Got my water.
Got your water. You can just sit and relax and talk crap about Andrew. It's just gonna...
That's right.
Right?
I'll just check my email for the 3rd time today.
Well, checking all the
I
emails.
don't know how I started getting these. Oh God, because so I've been job searching, and I don't know. Like there are a couple of job sites I've like signed up for that I'm pretty sure are just big scams. Like not scams, but just very like they started sending me like emails I didn't ask for. JobCase started sending me this thing called Conversations. And it's just random posts by people writing about different companies. This one says, "Do not work for Walmart." Posted by Charles C.
I mean, I wouldn't work for Walmart anyway, but yeah.
I signed up for this one that's just like... I signed up for it. I had to sign up for it to do the site. It was like jobs for me or something like that .com, and I pulled up a job. It was like all these job scams. I was like, wow, I haven't seen this in any other job site. Opened it up, and it's like pretty much like it led me to like a file download page. It's like what? Oh
Okay,
no!
That's a no. That's a
Exit.
no-go site.
X out. X out. Okay.
I mean, like whenever I was job hunting, I was using Indeed. Is
Yeah.
the one I was using a lot.
Indeed, I look at Monster sometimes. It doesn't.
They're kind of iffy sometimes.
Career. Is it Career Builder?
Career Builder's another one.
Career Builder's one. I think that's Help. I think that's pretty much like the 3. ZipRecruiter's scammiest all get out.
Yes.
Like I can't, like I don't understand. Like I'm just like, this seems like a legit site. It seems like a legit site, but then you press
It's
on
not.
something and it's like, what? Like they send me all kinds of like emails of like, and I can't just like, I just need to like, I'm so bad about hitting like unsubscribe. But they send me like, here's all the jobs we picked out for you. You haven't picked out any jobs for me. And you click on it and it takes you to like some kind of weird sketchy site. And I'm like, oh God. And then that leads to like people contacting you out of the blue and be like, I found these jobs for you on Jobs for Me. I found these jobs for you on ZipRecruiter. And this one
Nope.
person messaged me and was like I've gotten a couple emails so far where it's like people are like, well, a few that was like, I saw your profile on this, you know? Oh, but then I've also got some that was like, your would be a perfect fit for this position. Here are the details. We pay this much an hour, and it sounds great, but it doesn't list the company anywhere.
Sounds too good.
It doesn't
Too
list
good
the
to be
company
true, and then
anywhere.
doesn't list the company at all.
And here's the thing: is that like I apply to so many jobs that I don't really remember like which ones I've applied to, like or what the position was. And so one was like a male, like something about a mail processor for a company, and it was like we paid $20 an hour. And I was like, that sounds
boy.
like shit for a mail process. Like that sounds like too good to be true for mail processing.
That's an internet. Like,
And
you
then
sit
it
there
was
and go,
like-
That's
But it
that's
sound-
beyond a scam.
The email sounded good. Like, I mean, it sounded legit. It just didn't mention a company. And it was like, please message us with your resume and your phone number and some times to reach you so we can set up an interview. And I was like, but it's funny because they asked me to attach my resume when they said in the email that they looked at my resume.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I responded back and I was like, listen, I was like, I've applied to a few positions on sites and they kind of get, I was like, I don't see a company name on your email anywhere. Could you email me back and let me know your company so that way I know, never received this response, of course. Completely scammed. Completely
Fishing.
trash. And, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Job searching, man, is like, it's rough. It's real rough.
I mean, it's just most of the time it's just like, hey, name it a certain way. Like whenever I was doing job searching, it's like, I'm searching up 3D modeler
Yeah.
because that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's like 3D modeler. Okay, yeah, sure, we've got all these for you. Everything and the blue moon that has anything to do that says the word 3D, not modeler, but 3D.
Right, yeah.
And then it's like, hey, are you an engineer? Well, come on down. Learn CAD. You got this, right? It's like, no, I didn't take CAD. Go away.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
me alone.
do you have an engineerical major degree? Do CAD. It's like,
I've
I don't
legit
do
done
that
job searches for storyboard artists, and it was like artist.
Right.
It was like
Yeah.
artist, Subway sandwich artist. This is what you mean, right?
Yep.
I'm like,
No, trust me. I've done 3D artist, and it's done the same thing.
yeah,
It's
Subway
the exact same thing.
Subway sandwich artist. And I'm like, well, first of all, I've never met a Subway sandwich person that was an artist. I mean, not that
They're called artists.
They're called artists, but they're not a sandwich artist for sure. Because I've gotten, I think some of the most sloppiest sandwiches I've ever gotten were from Subway.
Oh, absolutely. There's never an artist, like those pictures that they take. It's because they set it up. It takes
Oh,
a
for
few
sure.
hours to make sure all
Oh,
those are
yeah.
set up
Oh yeah,
perfectly.
it never.
I-
It's like 20% of what the pictures show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's cooked to perfection.
It's
Something
like
like that. It's like,
yeah,
no.
it's like when you're like online dating and you only see like a couple of pictures, like
Yeah.
the best photos they could possibly take of yourselves, because I get it. Like that's what you want to show.
Yep.
You meet them in person, you're like,
How old are your pictures?
all right.
Well, about like
Oh,
10
that
years.
too. That too.
Like,
Yeah.
you've expanded or shrunk quite a bit.
yeah. Things have changed.
You weren't missing your teeth in your picture.
Things fell apart. I mean, respect, but also like truth is a good thing. You know, truthfulness.
Very, very. I recommend it
Goes a long way.
all the time to my friends.
All the time to my friends. You evil,
Truth is also a good thing.
evil TM.
Evil.
Evil. Yeah, sure.
Gotcha. I mean, are we ready to go back? Are we still breaking something?
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm good.
Okay.
I got up to move around for a minute.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Whoop, whoop. We're back.
It's
We're back.
Back again.
So yeah, the Valkyrie has just entered the tower.
How do you want to handle this? I mean,
That sound
I'm
like
just-
up.
I'm just thinking, I don't know, Val, I mean, do you want to be walking around with her and have somebody walk up to you and say, "Hi, Valkyrie"?
Oh.
No, I'll go up and greet. I can bring her back here to privately converse with us.
Sounds good. I'll just take these drinks. She picks up her drinks. I'll just take these back to Janie to clean up. She does so.
Mm. Xavier will go out to find the Valkyrie in the foyer. For your.
Okay.
For ya.
Yeah, you make it. You make it there, and um, you see her kind of turn and walk through the portal into the market.
Oh dear.
Go. I will go to catch up toward the market.
Okay.
Market battle. No.
Oh boy.
It's inevitable.
We fixed it up.
Um,
It's nice
yeah,
looking
yeah,
now.
no, it's good. It's better. Todd helped. Um,
Thanks, Todd.
thanks, Todd.
Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, things are great. Couldn't be better. So yeah, you go through the market, and I mean, as far as you can tell, she's just walking around, looking at stuff.
Mm. Mm. Kind
Walks
of get.
into Gust's shop.
I'll wait outside the Gus shop.
As it like wait, like yeah, I was definitely waiting for you to come out of that shop, kind of waiting, or like I'm gonna hang back here and oh, fancy running into you here in the market, kind of a thing.
Kind of be back a bit and then start walking forward once I see the door open type thing. And just greetings.
Okay. Um, seems to be having a very good conversation with Gust through the window.
I mean, Valkyrie's not there to tell me to, like, go stop it or something. So, I mean, good luck, Gus.
I like how that's the thing.
Yeah,
Valkyrie's
that
not
is.
here to tell me to make it stop,
To
so
make it stop. So, you know, it's good.
must be fine. Okay. Yeah. Vaughn, what are you doing in the midst of all this?
I'm just going to check with Valkyrie. You okay? I'm going to go. Let me go make sure there's nothing disastrous happening out there.
Yeah, I should probably, I guess, stay in here.
Yeah, to avoid any awkward shout outs
Yeah.
from unknowing
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah. Thanks,
All
Paul.
right, all right.
So you're
If you need
staying
us,
in the VIP lounge?
Yes.
Okay.
and I'll hustle out and
If you need me, Vaughn, just let you know. If
I'll talk to Todd.
okay.
Okay.
And I'll look around and I'll do tavern first and then entryway and see if I can spot that is Xavier
Mm-hmm.
or the Valkyrie.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Nathaniel, make a perception check.
Up, Sean. 19. That is 14. I was about to say, it looked like a 13 for a second. It's 14. Yeah, 19.
Okay. Yeah, the Valkyrie seems to buy something from Gus' shop.
She used money.
Use money. My God.
Tis in her economy.
Okay. When in Rome.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
And she comes out. How far away from you are you from the door, the shop?
Or like 2 stalls over.
Okay. Are you trying to hide?
No.
Right. She doesn't notice you though.
Okay. I would walk up. Greetings.
Oh. Hello.
Surprise you came early to see the tower, but welcome.
Early? I don't
Well,
think I had ever agreed to come visit the tower.
that's true. I was going to offer it.
I just figured I'd come assess.
Well, welcome to the
Hard to
Tower of
believe
Dreams.
all of this fits inside of a tower. What is
It is
this,
an
a
impressive.
demiplane?
It is.
Fascinating. She will. She's dressed in, not in her like dress armor and stuff that she had been in when you met her.
Mm.
Kind of more, you know, casual clothing. And she, puts a arm in yours and says, "Well, show me about the tower then.
Right this way then.
Where are you taking her?"
Let's see. We're in the market, so
In the market.
she's seen Guest Shop.
Yep.
I would show Air Shop, most likely.
Okay. Are you explaining that he's probably the
This would
person?
be the weaponsmith.
She starts inspecting the armor and weapons. Comments on how good the quality is. Irgad says thank you. She extends an offer to come live in Meadston. He declines.
Mm-mm.
As we're walking out, just kind of put my thumb out for him. Thumbs up, yeah. Yeah, there, yeah.
We just
Sticking with us.
We
Ergiad
just
rolls
dropped-
his eyes.
we just dropped
Yeah.
his rental fee.
His
That's
rental fee
right.
went down for the day, for the week, for the month.
Vaughn, it's kind of maybe at that moment that you come in kind of from the other side of the market that's connected
Right.
with the temple.
Oh, I see you've arrived. This is a surprise, but probably a good idea nonetheless to come see what our tower is about.
Absolutely. I would think so. I thought it was a good idea, at least.
It's always a good idea to get more knowledge about potential decisions you need to make.
Indeed.
So, what have you seen so far?
Uh, the market and the shops connected with it.
Ah,
That is all.
it can be a little intimidating. Apparently, the tower has the ability to create these demiplanes. So it's quite deceiving from the outside, but we have, as you can see here, the marketplace. We have a beautiful arboretum.
Arboretum,
Oh.
We have a temple,
a hospital.
a hospital, a stable,
Theater.
a theater.
Wait.
Yeah, I think we
We did get the theater. My brain was
Yeah,
like, did we
you
get the
did.
theater? Okay.
Hmm.
The tavern.
the tavern was
Quite a
in lodgings.
setup you have.
Yes.
It's almost a city unto itself.
It's
And here I were thinking you were squirreled away in some sort of mage's tower.
no, not at all.
Nothing
Not
like
in the
that.
least. It's ever expanding. It's sometimes a little too much for us, but we're catching up.
Very interesting.
And as you can imagine, this has been quite an object of desire amongst our enemies.
I would imagine so. Frequent spies?
Unfortunately, has caused
Several.
us to seek out well, as you can see, allies and more ways of securing the tower within our own means.
Hmm. It's very interesting, all of this. Could never would have dreamed of anything like it.
It is no funny you should say that. It is known as the Tower of Dreams.
Indeed. I can
I
see
find it
why.
fascinating. I mean, a person of your legend and history hasn't heard of the. I mean, everyone who has been of significance that we've run into has
Heard of the tower.
reluctantly after some inquiry admitted to knowing about the tower.
Hmm.
And a lot of them, as you can imagine, have coveted
I
the
can
tower.
imagine that's true.
What
I
do you think?
hadn't heard of it before. Maybe before my time. I awoke not too long ago.
You say awoke?
Mm-hmm.
What do you? I'm unsure of what you mean by that. What do you mean? What are you referring to by that? I mean, I can somewhat maybe relate. I have gone through a transformation myself in our travels and part of the tower. I have been. He really sighs hard when he says that. Been given as part of my relationship with my God, my deity, the place of lore of the chosen, which is a heavy burden, as you can imagine.
Glorious purpose.
I can imagine. You say your God placed this burden on you?
Not a burden. It was a choice I made. I was offered,
Hmm.
and um, went through a transformation. And well, you know what they say: a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I'll
Indeed.
attune to the mace and grow my third eye
Okay.
and get a good look.
Um. Person.
Much the
Uh.
same.
Does
Go ahead.
seem to have some kind of a very significant spiritual wound,
Okay. On or any
which
particular part of the body, or just a glowing aura, or
just the sense.
yeah.
Which, if you can imagine that it's a Kalashtar, you should
Mm-hmm.
be able to see a quarry, but you do not.
Hmm. Hmm. Boy, how to be delicate about that. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, he's not gonna. No, he's not gonna throw his cards in on that one. No, he's not gonna. So
Where's your quarry?
he'll yeah, that'll be
Shikori,
yeah.
tell us now.
Meanwhile, there's a
Fascinating.
couple thousand of her warriors standing outside the tower. Anyway, so yeah, he'll just display his and show his
And what
hands
does
with the.
this third eye allow you to do?
Give
Basically,
readings.
it lets me see things as they truly are.
Hmm, that's quite a claim. And what do you see when you look at me?
Since you asked, I will be blunt. It is my belief I see your spirit, but I see something is wrong with it. Like it's
Hmm,
wounded.
interesting. Say more.
Our companion Navatash is also a. I'm going to butcher the phrase. What is it?
Quarry.
Kalashtar?
Kalashtar.
Kalashtar is also Kalashtar, and she has talked about how she, regaled us with stories of her quarry and the dream, how they do not dream, but the quarry is their um, sort of the representative in the dream realm. I see her quarry, but I do not see yours.
Hmm.
I'm sorry if this brings up an unpleasant.
You think I'm a Kalashtar?
I was under that impression, yes.
Oh, why? I never spoke anything of that nature.
Perhaps I assumed incorrectly. I apologize.
No offense, done. I'm just curious. Seems an odd thing to assume. Unless you had good reason. You spoke with such certainty.
Perhaps I heard a rumor. We've been traveling a while, and we've heard of much of you. I mean, that's why we sought you out.
I see. That was all?
Yes, yes. It gives me concern, but that concern is mine.
Do you fear Kalashtar?
No, I fear evil, and I don't sense you as evil. In fact, let me retract that. I am wary of
Yeah.
evil. I am wary of evil, but I, so far, do not see or experience anything that would lead me to believe that you are evil.
Hmm.
And I wish you would. So far, we have represented ourselves well enough that you don't see us as being evil.
No, I do not think you as evil.
Well, that as well. That is good.
We wouldn't be talking if I thought otherwise.
I am convinced of that. Shall we continue? I'll show you my
Sure.
temple. Our temple, I should say, the temple of the unknown God. And we allow other denominations to worship there as well.
How ecumenical of you.
Well, we are open to, faiths and other ways of thinking. As long as
Where's your other companions? The cactus and the
Cactus.
one
Ritz, our
Navalitesh.
companion Ritz, is resting. Had a long day with seeing certain things.
Sure.
Our other companion is possibly having a drink. I'm unsure.
Oh, why don't we steadily make our way in her direction?
certainly.
Of course.
Then I'll give her the grand tour, making sure we get to the temple.
Bypassing the
course.
bypassing the temple. The barracks is over there. Just
Yeah,
kind of
the barracks,
say it.
temple. God, we really need Lenny to get to work on those brochures. We have a post office. We have uh, a tavern which is becoming quite expensive, and an inn. And we have
Oh.
part of the tower also has the ability, we have expanded to include accommodations for people who live continually and work here.
I see. That's very impressive.
Thank you. And eventually, I guess we will wind our way back to the VIP room.
Key room.
Okay. Valkyrie, are you doing anything in particular?
No, she was just literally just sitting there, like talking to to Lee, her cat. Probably just sitting there, like talking to herself about the day, working it out. Yeah.
All right. Well, you see walk in Nathaniel and Vaughn and the Valkyrie.
Oh, she'll stand up. The Valkyrie, what a surprise.
Ah, the Valtesh. I was looking forward to seeing you again.
It's, great to see you here.
He
How are you
offers
enjoying?
her hand for a handshake.
Oh, she will shake it. The hand.
Janie will kind of, at hearing you called Navaltesh, go,
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying the tower?
is quite a remarkable place that you have.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, ever expanding, plenty of people, plenty of opportunity, and as well as plenty of help and force. So, yeah.
What would you all think of joining forces entirely, as opposed to a mere alliance?
That's a heavy consideration.
What does joining forces entirely mean? What is the guidelines of something like that?
I'm sure we could work something out. Just a thought.
Valkyrie just kind of looks at Nathaniel.
It's an interesting proposal.
Would it require... Would we still be in charge of the tower?
Of course. I
Yes.
imagine you have some sort of connection to the place that I do not.
It
We
is
do.
a special
you
relationship
say
that we
that.
have with the entity. Yes, that is
It's an
itself.
entity.
Yes, it is in itself an entity that we have a relationship with.
That makes sense.
A bond, if you will.
Well, seeing as I do not have that bond, I would imagine yes.
Is it something that we can discuss and get back to you about during our meeting tomorrow? Or do you need an answer now?
Oh, no. Just proposing the idea. We would have to work out details, of course. But
Yes.
I feel very drawn to this place.
Everybody's like shares a glance at that.
That's
I'm sorry, was that a strange thing to say?
no.
No,
suppose it
as we
was.
have said, we get a lot of attention here at the tower.
That we do.
We were drawn to it ourselves in a way.
Yes.
So we understand its appeal. Would you like a drink or anything?
Something to eat.
Sure. Bartender. Janie's all smiles, and serves up a drink, orders her some food.
Valkyrie smiles uneasily at Janie.
Janie just kind of like, can I get you anything, Navalitesh?
I'm good. I'm okay. Not really hungry, so.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Janie.
And the Valkyrie kind of sits down at one of the tables and must be nice adventuring. I miss it.
Were you an adventurer once?
Oh yes, before settling in Meadston.
That's what all the tales are about. Fun, right?
Traveled much of the archipelago.
See some wondrous things, I'm sure.
Indeed.
What made you want to settle down?
Ikaron. Knowing the evil that exists behind its walls. Can't abide it.
Is it thundering? Who's having a storm right now? Okay.
My storm
Right.
just ended and then that happened. I was like, is that mine?
What?
That's I can imagine.
What drew you to Ikron's plight? How is part of the rebellion, as I said before.
So was I.
It's what I've heard. But I was busy
Caught up
fighting.
in it, to be honest. There are forces operating behind Ikaron. Willard is the face, the tip of a much bigger iceberg, if you will.
You know this for sure?
I was there. I was there when the elders of Ikaron hailed Willard as the new leader. I saw them for what they were. I saw him for what he was. Devils. Straight from the nine hells.
That's interesting. I did not know. Insight check. Insight is what, 3? 18.
Seems legit. At least in her head.
I grew up near most of them. I wouldn't have expected any of them from the Nine Hells.
Well, they do a nice masquerade.
Lard, I would believe that's true just because of how sober tongue he is on.
Well, Willard's a little different. He isn't a devil himself, per se. More, he's cut a pact with them. The focal point of their
Oh no.
influence.
Oh no.
Being vanished.
He's gone.
Bye, Fawn.
Well, had a heart attack after hearing about devils.
Hopefully not.
No, I'm just thinking he heard, "Don't trust devils." Talks about devils.
No.
No. Um. Oh, not all Ikron is to fault on that. Halard had manipulated, I don't know how many people to follow him. Us as the regulars, we followed him from the promises of freedom for everyone. The lessers weren't going to get purged.
Of course, freedom is what was promised. I suppose in their minds it is a freedom of sorts.
I wouldn't imagine for the old guard it would be, seeing you as it is now. Since there's a new guard, and it's not really much of an old guard, from what I've been told.
See, that's the thing. The old guard, well, at least the old protector, as far as I can tell, was an individual much like a lord. I have my theories, but I think that Ikaron has been in the hands of devils for quite a while. Slowly seeing them gain power. But just a theory. I don't have any proof of that. You'd need to be able to speak with somebody from the past to know that for certain.
Uh,
I still mind linked with Valkyrie. I'm not
I
mind
think
linked
it
with
lasts for
Valkyrie
like a
anymore.
half hour, so you were the last person she was mind linked with.
Sure.
I don't remember this why I was asking. It's like, okay, if I am, then
I'll allow it.
I think she's talking about Lewin to a certain degree. Because backtracking, Andrew, we knew that Lewin was at Ikron at one
Seth,
point. Sethan
yeah,
did.
Seth
Sethan
told you
told
that
us.
he tore something open there.
Could be. Could be right.
Should I ask if she knows anything about Lewin? I'm saying that to Valkyrie.
What could it hurt? It's not going to give any more information about us than she already knows.
True. Have you ever heard of a person named Lewin by chance?
Lewin.
Powerful wizard.
I can't say I have. Important? Friend of yours?
No. Not a friend. Definitely not a friend.
Enemy.
Most likely. Haven't been able to. No, technically, we kind of have confirmed that he is pretty much our enemy. So, yeah. I feel, in a sense, he may have answers like that where we don't. Did it go quiet? Am I still here?
Is there
You're
a
still
question
here.
in
Okay.
there?
No, just not really a question for you per se on that. It's more of just a revelation for me of figuring out who's behind what and learning about Ikron. Feeling just a gut feeling about Lewin.
Fair enough. I'm curious about you, Nvalitesh. You said you were from the city of Silverstruck.
Yes. Grew up there. Lived there most of my life until college. Well, until after college. Well, no, until technically college, and then we started traveling after that, and here we are. I went to college with most people in the group here, except for Ritz.
I see.
Not much special, I guess.
Was that enjoyable?
It was very pleasant. It was a very nice, drama-free way to grow up. Where did you grow up at?
Well, I don't know. You say. I just remember waking up.
Interesting. As a child?
No. No, I was near full grown.
It must
Where
be
did
difficult for you.
It was interesting, to say the least.
I can imagine not knowing who my family was, or I'm sorry that happened to you.
Well, it led me to believe, of course, that been chosen, sent, what have you, for some reason. Fix things best I can, so that's what I'm doing.
You're doing... I can definitely tell that you're doing your best.
I appreciate that. I feel like we could easily be friends.
That'd be nice. Where did you said you woke up. Where did you wake up at? If you don't mind me asking. If it's too personal, you can...
I awoke in Forest Glade. I was by myself.
Yeah.
I wandered north into the mountains from there. It was interesting. It's an interesting journey, for sure.
Sure.
It's one that eventually led me to join up with other adventurers.
That's nice. Do they still travel with you today?
I'm afraid not.
Hmm.
We scattered after the events at Ikaron.
Sure.
A lot to process.
Yeah. Poor Frank. uh, uh, yes. Yeah, I have a feeling about it's something with my Kalashtar. You seem. Are you Kalashtar?
Second time today that somebody's asked.
No, I.
Do I look Kalashtar?
You look. Yeah. I don't know. I don't meet a lot of Kalashtar, so when I do, I just kind of, I guess, get a feeling off of them. And you seem to be, I guess, giving off that vibe that maybe I'm wrong.
I couldn't say one way or the next whether you were right or not. As I said, I don't know.
Have you ever spoke to someone without saying something aloud through your mind?
I don't think so. No.
Have you ever tried?
I haven't.
Well, that's a Kalashtar trait. You also have quarries. Kind of, we don't dream, for one. Only.
Ah, well, can't be a Kalashtar then.
Really?
You definitely dream.
Okay. No, maybe I'm wrong.
Why you feel your friend was so certain I was Kalashtar? Were you the one spreading rumors about me? She says playfully,
No,
not accusatorily.
no, I just. And again, I don't meet a lot of Kalashtar, so it's just always interesting when I do. I had the feeling, thought I would ask. But I don't know. Yeah, unless there's a certain type of Kalashtar that dreams, maybe there is. But maybe you're not. But,
Who's to say?
who's to say? It doesn't matter. Not really. You know, I died once,
Did you?
and I was climbing a mountain with my sibling, and unfortunately, we must have hit a very unstable part of the mountain and slipped. We both fell back, and I woke up, and my sibling was gone. So I've been, I'm not sure what happened to them. And then I found out later that apparently I died during that time.
A shock to the system, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes. So, I hope that whatever happened to my sibling, that if they found themselves in a situation like yours, that they made themselves into the person that you have made yourself into. And probably oversharing. I could really use a drink.
The drink will do that.
Yes. I've looked to Nathaniel, like, mentally speak to Nathaniel. Maybe say something so I don't have to.
You're doing fine. Just glares.
Oh my.
It's an interesting tale, though. It's unique that if ever I've heard. I'm not saying it's not true, nothing like that. It's just events going on.
What are you saying, Nathaniel?
He's trying to catch
Who
up.
are you talking to?
He's
What's
trying
going
to
on?
he's trying to catch up on everything. This is Richard catching up on everything, and Nathaniel's just sitting there listening, like, "Oh right, I'm here." That's an interesting tale.
Mm-hmm.
Could you possibly tell me why did you join in the rebellion? Like, what caused you and your party to join in the cause?
Why? We were having a drink in the tavern at the time. And fighting broke out. And we were attacked. It's as simple as that. We defended ourselves and push came to shove.
Another question. What made you want to challenge a lord to a duel by yourself? Why alone? You had your compatriots there.
Frankly, I thought I could beat him. So why not? Of course, I was much younger then.
I don't know what else to ask here. You're talking to Valkyrie. I'm not sure what else to ask here.
It's at that moment that dawn and dusk
Oh, shit.
emerge from the back.
Close the conference room, push it. No.
You guys are out in the common area.
I know.
Of the VIP lounge. And they kind of sidle up to the table.
Valkyrie's just gonna
Yeah.
look at them as they sidle up, like, "Hi, Dawn and Dusk."
Hello, Valkyrie.
Yes, Dawn and Dusk. This is, you're right. This is the
The
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie's gonna try to mentally connect to one of them.
Okay.
I'm Navalatash. Call me Navalatash.
You hear both of their voices. Got it.
Okay. The Valkyrie, this is Dawn and Dusk. They work in our VIP area.
Oh, I see. Pleasure to meet you both. Likewise. Care to maybe join us for a round? The Valkyrie kind of looks to you all inquisitively.
Sure.
I mean,
Let's show the Valkyrie a good time. Sure.
The Valkyrie will shrug, stand up, and walk back with Dawn and Dusk.
Back towards the VIP area?
Yep.
back towards their VIP area.
Oh, Valkyrie's going to mind link with the Valkyrie and be like, "Hi, pardon me, but just to let you know, they are, um, they do work for us, but they are also, they offer other services. So just so you're aware, if you know what I mean."
She just turns around and winks at you.
Okay. All right. Valkyrie will turn around to the other two and be like, "Maybe it runs the family." Drink.
Has that run into the family? I don't.
Oh, just up for anything. Let's go. Attitude. I mean, how else could you, just walk off after waking up and being like, "Well, I think I'm going to go on an adventure now," and then end up, found, martial lawing a town, and it seems, yeah. Yes, just ready to take life by the balls, as I say. Sorry, Vaughn.
Sure. Takes another drink.
Yeah. Do you think that she's okay back there with them? That they're okay? I mean, I did. I mean, you probably didn't hear. I warned her. I warned them in my mind. Well, the mind link. So they
Warned
know.
her about.
Well, that the two of them are they work for us, but they're they offer other services. Special services is what I said, and they winked at me, so they seem to understand. Right? Don't you think?
I guess. I mean, I've talked to them one time, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about the back area that much.
Honestly, I haven't went and visited them that much either. So, it seemed like a bit much. There were two of them. Things start getting confusing. So, not really my thing. Anyways, going okay. How was the tour?
Tour was good. She was impressed with the market and just everything in general.
Oh, she went to the market. Okay.
Yep. Bought something from Gus. Not sure what, but she talked to Gus for a while. Actually, a long while. He's actually waiting outside for quite a bit. But yeah,
Did you ask Gust what? Well, I guess when did she see you when she came out?
no. Well, no, she didn't see me when she came out, but I went up and greeted her.
Oh. Well, maybe we can ask Gus what they chatted about. You know? Maybe it was about. I mean, he has a lot of different stuff there, so maybe it was just about his collection.
We could always see what she bought too.
Yeah. Yeah. They seem fine. Right?
They seemed fine. I mean, in this setting, they seemed exactly fine. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong
I mean,
with
still a
them.
little serious and buttoned up.
Well, everybody's got their own little thing to them, so that's
Yeah.
hers.
Reminds me a little bit of, gosh. Reminds me a little bit of my brother. Kind of. A little bit harder, of course. My brother hasn't seen a day of combat in his life. But, he has that same kind of buttoned up attitude about him.
Did she have that before? Was she like that when she was younger?
I mean, that was a few years ago. A lot of person can change a lot, especially if, they seem as old as they are, or they are as old as they seem, I guess. They were, I guess, I mean, they were kind of a little more reserved, I guess, than myself. But, just a kid. I mean, what you can call 16 a kid, but yeah.
What do you think of the joining forces rather than an alliance?
To be
About her offer.
honest, if it were up to me, and it meant that they were going to be here, I mean, not all the time, but that we'd see them more, I would. Of course I would. Honestly, I've been thinking since leaving her office, or that, what if I stayed, Especially if it meant if I didn't, I mean, not if it meant, but especially if, traveling here in the tower meant that I wouldn't see her, but only when she was at war, or we were at war, and then what good is that kind of communication? But I don't know, if we were to have a closer alliance and it meant that we would see them more, I might be able to still stand to do both,
Yeah, I can understand that.
But I understand that that's not the reason to do it. That's the only thing I can think of. So I'll leave the final decision up to you and Vaughan, who are more strategic and understand these things a little bit better than I do. Should we go and check on her? I feel like it's been
Only been a
Only
few
been-
minutes.
It's only been like 3 minutes.
Okay, all right. Valkyrie will sit down then.
Just I will pat her on the
Drink
shoulder.
something. Yeah.
You need patience can lead a long way.
I don't have it, Nathaniel. Okay, I don't
I-
have it.
I know. You'll be okay.
Roachy cat.
We hope. We hope it'll be okay.
Don't say that, Andrew.
So, yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? Well, you wait.
I'm gonna go into another room. Valkyrie's gonna go.
He gave up on us.
Valkyrie's will be like, I'll be right back, and she's going to go up to her bedroom.
Okay.
And take out her key.
Okay.
And command it to be a dagger. Or whatever she has to do. And, yeah. She's going to sit in her bed. And, kind of hold the dagger in her hands like this.
Mm-hmm.
Vash. Maybe I need to think into it. Maybe I need to use my Kalashtar. I don't know if you can hear my voice, so let me just try to. And she's going to, instead of speaking out loud, she's going to try to like. I would assume that she can tell, maybe, since she's done it so much before, like connecting with someone's mind, to talk to them. When she tries to like kind of connect her mind to the dagger, does she feel any kind of like click or connection?
Yes and no.
So something is there.
Something's there.
Okay.
You can't quite tell what it is.
Okay. That's fine.
And whatever it is, it's probably like sleeping or dormant.
She can tell that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, out loud. Wake up. Just. Oh my god. I just need to ask you just one question. Vash. Oh, okay. She's gonna try to throw the dagger at the wall. She's just gonna chuck it at the wall.
Okay.
Like, not even like aiming it to go into the wall, just throwing it.
Just throwing
just
it.
throwing it at the wall. And she'll
not even trying to go point first. Just
nope, just chucking it at the
throwing it.
wall, and then
Yep.
like as it hits and lands, she'll just scream, "Wake up!" And we'll just kind of sit on the bed, frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's good. It's good.
And it's been a day. Taking out the sending stone to Mila. Hey, Mila. Just checking in on how you're doing. How Mom and brother are doing? Just needed to hear your voice. And that's it. She'll say that out loud. Oh. Okay. Fine. She's gonna get up and go over and get the dagger. Just kind of like let out, and put the dagger, just into her bag without turning it back into a key, and just go back out.
Okay. Back to the VIP room or just somewhere
No,
else?
yeah, going back to the VIP room.
Okay. Nathaniel? Vaughn? Doing anything in particular while you wait? Awkwardly? In the VIP room? Lounge?
Wouldn't be awkwardly. It'd be just fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, Nathaniel would go to tell Vaughn he'd be right back, and he would head to Ergiod to discuss possible employment of making a lot of arms and everything.
Okay.
Ergiod.
Yeah.
So, might have some business for you to help make arms and armor for the person that you just met earlier.
Depends on what kind, I suppose, and how much. Other than that, yes, I'd be more than happy.
Roughly viewing what she, roughly from what I saw, viewing of what she needed was possible high-end 5,000 people.
5,000.
5,000. High-end, mind you. Not an accurate number.
That's interesting. I'd have to. I mean, I'd be sure I'd be interested in my outfitting an army.
Close to it, yes.
Okay. Do you know what sorts of materials they would be desiring?
As of yet, no. We're still in term talking. I'm just giving you a heads up right now to kind of view our own stocks, seeing what type of material we might need. Just kind of just make yourself a list on what you have, and then we kind of go from there on what they might need and kind of track both.
All right.
I'll probably even see if they'll give us the material that they're wanting us to make, and we'll use that material to cut down on trying to buy our own.
Sure. Unless you promised this in some sort of a deal.
Yes, this would be a deal.
And you're going to make them supply their own material?
Good point. Well, I don't know how much we have in
get
stocks.
the material. Stock aside, we can get more.
True.
It's a big order.
It is. And I'll help you with whatever I can on it. And whatever lizard folk that we have that know armor, we can have them help as well, if you trust any of their capabilities.
I do. The let's see. I have 5 lizard folk apprentices currently. I could seek to expand that number. We might be able to keep a pace. You mind coming back to me on this?
Absolutely.
later. I'll work out a rough estimate of what our production levels could be.
All right. Appreciate it, Ariel.
No problem.
And then Nathaniel will head back to the VIP.
All right. You are all you are all recongregated, and the Valkyrie comes out several minutes later, looking very refreshed.
Valkyrie just looks pissed off at this point. Not at that, but at the whole whatever,
Sure.
For seemingly no reason to Nathaniel and Vaughn, probably.
Okay. Valkyrie doesn't sit at the table again, but places a hand on it and says, I greatly appreciate your hospitality and stay. I look forward to our talks tomorrow.
Of course. Thank you for stopping by, Valkyrie.
Do you need to speak with me about anything before I leave?
I don't think so. Kind of look to Nathaniel.
Not that I can think of at the moment, besides what if we do ally or join forces, come up with a list of what you may need when it comes to arms and equipment.
All right. I can have that ready for you.
Appreciate it.
All right. I shall take my leave then. She just wraps the table with her knuckles. And as she's going out,
Valkyrie would stop and be like, I'll see you to the door.
all right. The Valkyrie will give a shy wave to Dawn and Dusk and then leave the room with you.
As they're walking to the door, Valkyrie will, I hope Dawn and Dusk were hospitable?
Oh, very. I'm sure you take advantage of their services often.
Not of them in particular. But,
Oh, you have a different favorite.
well, yes. Well, thank you again for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thank you for the escort.
Absolutely. Enjoy. Have a good evening.
You too.
She'll go back to the tavern with where the others are, or the VIP lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Anything y'all want to talk about?
Valkyrie will look to Nathaniel. I tried to talk to the dagger. It didn't work. So, it felt like there was something there, but it felt like that it was dormant or so. If it isn't there, then it doesn't want to speak to me or can't speak to me right now. So.
Can you remind me how the dagger turned? How Vash is the dagger, right? Now?
Sort of.
Etiquette.
It's turned into the dagger, yeah.
Okay. So, Todd turned Vash into the dagger, right?
Yes.
Why don't we ask Todd?
Todd?
Yes.
Actually, I wanted to ask you one thing before. With the person that was just in here, the Valkyrie, Did
Yes.
you sense anything about her or about them or was it?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Did you? I mean, saw Vash and knew that Vash wasn't normal or wasn't a quarry. So did you see anything about the Valkyrie that we couldn't see?
She doesn't seem like an evil entity to me.
Okay, well that's good. And no evil entities around them swirling.
No, not that I could
Oh,
tell.
okay.
That's
I,
a relief.
so you, Todd, you kind of turned Vash into my dagger that I have, right?
Yes.
Uh, so a little clarification on that, I guess. Does it? I'm only needing to ask. I'm not wanting to align with it or anything, so I'm not putting myself in danger. I'm just wanting to ask it one question. Is Vash there? Is it able to answer questions? Do you know?
I suppose I could rouse it from sleep momentarily if you desire.
Yes, I would. That would be. We should probably do that in the control room. Or actually, we're here in the VIP lounge by ourselves. Do we need to come? Do I need to come to the control room for something like that, Todd, or can we do it
Nope,
here?
we can do it here, unless you desire privacy.
Wait. So the VIP lounge, Janie's right there, right?
We could
Mm-hmm.
go to the back room.
Let's go to the
That's
back
private.
room, as long as it's not
Okay.
being occupied.
Yeah, not occupied currently.
Okay. So we'll go. She'll go in there, and once the other, how many are in, she'll close the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Todd. Yes. Let's get Well, how about I'll just say like, Todd, put it back whenever I'm ready for like. Is it a certain amount of time that
Oh,
you want to awaken it,
why
or?
don't we establish a safe word?
Yes, that's what I mean.
I
How
recommend pineapple.
pineapple was perfect. Great. Let's go with pineapple. Doesn't come up in conversation, right? Sounds good. Okay, pineapple is a safe word. I am ready whenever you are, and she'll take the dagger out and like sit it on the table. Oh no. Hey, Vash. Hi. I Yes, I'm not sure how you knew that there would be a family reunion. Kind of looks at the other two. Uh, I have a question for you. Yeah. Um, well, I guess one. Well, I guess I have two because how did you know there'd be a family reunion? I'm waiting for it to respond. So, of course. Of course. Uh, given that, so apparently, oh, so apparently, um, the, uh, the Valkyrie, my sister, obviously, woke up without really a memory of their life before. Was that your doing? Did you have something to do with that, Vash? Please just tell me the truth. No, it's a bullshit
And
answer.
go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Great. Okay. All right. That's a wisdom saving throw. That's a 7.
Oh.
Oh yeah, inspiration die you can have, but
Oh, but what's gonna
Um,
happen?
you can have my
and
inspiration
we'll go
die.
ahead and end our session there.
Okay, no inspiration die for you.
Ew.
I was giving up my inspiration die for her to roll.
Oh man. Okay. All
I
right.
don't think it would have helped. Oh well.
Although Frank is offering you his monthly inspiration die.
I don't know. I kind of want to see
I
what
was
happens.
offering up. I was about to say I was offering up my inspiration die for the game. So the D8 for the game
I
today.
kind of want to see what happens. I kind of want to see.
Pineapple.
All right.
Nathaniel's gonna be screaming pineapple if he sees any twitch in her face. he's just watching intently. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well, this has been another episode of the Tower of Dreams. Who are you? Who you play? And what's a highlight?
I
from
think
this?
Frank should go first. His battery's about ready to die. I think. Oh no. Well, Frank's can't talk anyways because.
Right. Frank
Okay.
can very quickly type us a message
Mhm.
before he disappears.
Well, my name is Steph. I play Valkyrie, and gosh. I think my favorite part is probably well, probably Valkyrie and Valkyrie's well the three of them's conversation and Valkyrie kind of like laying it all on the table about how she's feeling and about the whole Reardon thing. It seemed like a very honest conversation for once. So, yeah, that was nice.
All right.
I am Richard. I play Xavier today.
Who is Nathaniel?
Who is Nathaniel? Who is Kane? Who is extra names
Who
after?
is anyone?
Who is anyone? I am everyone and no one. Favorite part, I would also have to say, just the conversation between Valkyrie and the Valkyrie,
Mm.
and a lot of that openness that was going on, the talks, and then also kind of just Valkyrie opening up to Nathaniel on whether or not to stay or go type thing. On like, I would stay, I would have the alliance, the joint force and everything. So yeah, I think all those were my favorite. It was a really great game today, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Frank, who just vanished, plays Vaughan. He said that his favorite moment was the Valkyrie
Oh yeah.
catching him on his
Kalashtar. Oops.
Clashtar. Oops. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm Andrew. I'm the DM, and I just enjoyed playing this weird character. There's a whole story behind why there's a character in this world called the Valkyrie that we could go into some other time.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Anyway, it's mid-July. Is everything up and running again?
Everything's up and running again. Oops, sorry.
Well, in that case, you got D&D content you can
Yeah.
tune into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern all different campaigns, all wonderful. Definitely tune in. And then, of course, Tower of Dreams, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely tune into all great content here on Madbird Streams. And we'll see you next week.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.